Hello, it's me again. I'm doing kind of just a chill thing today. No makeup, because I already have it on. And I want to show my paintings that I've done and talk about the lore behind them. So let's just get started with that. Oh, and I'm still sick, so my voice is going to be like crunchy. I don't know if I want to put them in order or not. I think I'll do that. I don't think I'm going to order it. There's too many. Some are better than others, but for the first ones, I'm going to start with this picture of Clementine. I actually don't like it that much. I've improved a lot. I did this during, sophomore year. I've improved a lot. I've improved my art style a lot, but here's this painting of Clementine. She died in the 1870s, I think. And she's wearing this dress that her mom made her, and she's like in a swampy area crying because she just caught her fiance cheating on her with another man. Here, I like this painting a lot more. That one was kind of rushed because I needed to have enough paintings to put in my digital portfolio for AP art. But this one wasn't as rushed, and I like this a lot more. This is Clementine as a ghost after being stabbed. It's her in the mirror, and her signature flower is wisteria. This is one of my other OCs, Alice. This is another kind of messy painting that I don't like very much because I rushed it. Looking back on these, my art style has improved a lot, and I'll probably fill like a sketchbook tour or something today. But I like this one. I just think her face is a little off, and I wasn't as used to working with gouache at this point. I usually just drew. This painting also isn't one of my favorites, because it was really rushed. I think it was one of the last ones I had to get done before I had to turn it in. But this is Mariana, and she was murdered as well and buried pretty close to Alice's house, like across the woods by a pond, by where, what's her name? Clementine haunts with her ex-fiance Julian. So she was buried over there, and basically her ghost just kind of wanders aimlessly. But since she was such like a good pure soul while she was alive, she glows like a golden light and kind of helps other lost creatures in the forest find their way to where they need to be. And then here is the fourth painting. This is Alice and her bestie Lacey, and they have gay tension with each other. But in this one, so Lacey is into witchcraft, okay? And so she steals her grandma's spell book, and they need to find out what's going on in the forest. So she wants to gain the power to see beyond all of the realities that are crashing into each other in this forest because of some other lore. So she's having Alice help her with that, and this kind of triggers her mental collapse, and you can see all the colors. Dude, I'm really proud of this painting. I really love the colors and everything. I think that one's really good. This is one of my best. That one I did not rush. I spent so long. Okay, let's find a random one that I actually finished, because there's so many unfinished in here. Oh, this one. This one has no lore, but I think it's really pretty. I really like it. This is an end of sophomore year painting, so the style's better, my technique's better, and I'm more used to gouache. And also, I am, or was technically a junior in high school, but I graduated early, so I'm not in high school anymore at all, because I hated it. So I just took the equivalency and got out. And then I have this, I can't remember which way it goes. I think it goes this way. I have this painting. I just got really bored and just painted a ton of shit. And it was, I think, really cool. It's pretty abstract. I don't usually do abstract. I just thought it was really pretty because I found this orange, and I never use orange. So I was like, why don't I just do an entire painting based on orange? I think I was also like losing my mind a little bit, so it helped me calm down. Oh, another one. This is another Clementine painting. God, I only got a 3 on my AP art thing. I think I should have got more, but whatever. Here's her. She's like trapped in this little attic room right now in this painting, and you can see how like dilapidated and stuff it is. And then on the outside it's just like the vibrant world she remembers, and she's trying to get out of that, but she can never actually leave. And so she's just like miserable. But I also really like this painting. I like the juxtaposition of the two halves of her life, or her death, or whatever, and just what she sees on the outside and what she wants to go to versus what she's stuck in. And I think it's really pretty. Okay. Ooh, I had like a series earlier this year, but yeah, this is part of it. This is another Clementine painting. This is her after she's dead for a while. And this is actually from the perspective of her freaky little ex-fiance, Julian. And versus, like, this is like, frick. I can't speak. My apologies. I don't like to write a script. It bores me. This is basically his perspective of her, like, rotting and, yeah. And versus how he remembers her and how her, like, a real face is starting to fade from his memory. Because he did, in fact, go dig up her grave and try to reconstruct her body and bring her back. But there's kind of like 2 separate channels of lore with that. There's one where they just haunt each other, and then eventually he falls in love with her ghost. It's like a whole thing. And then there's another channel where he goes crazy. Oh yeah, and then he kills himself. And then there's the second channel where he goes crazy, digs up her corpse, tries to put it back together. And the first one's where he falls in love with her, then he kills himself. Okay, time to find another one. I'm gonna do another one from that series, because they're all in the same place. Here is another one of Clementine and all the faces and stuff, because he's like totally off the deep end at this point. And even where her like wound is placed is messed up, because he's just like totally losing it. He's huffing embalming fluid, you know, because his parents were like rich embalming tycoons in the 1860s, because you know in the 1860s the Civil War happened, and basically, okay, mini history lesson about embalming. In the 1860s the Civil War happened, and they needed a way to get soldiers back to their homes without them being mush and gross. So basically that's when the more, I guess, modern-ish version of embalming was popularized in America, where they would just preserve their bodies and send them back. And there was a lot of experiments going on with the embalming at the time, and it got kind of popular. And that's also around the time when the funerals began to get taken away from the home, because up until that point, like late 1800s, early 1900s, a lot of people would just take care of the funerals at home. Like, the women of the house would keep the body and tend to it. And the only thing that was really done was that after they were at home for a while, they would just be buried. But then that's when embalming kind of started to ramp up. And there was so much experimentation going on. So his family, this is unrelated. His family really got their hands on that, because they're like, oh, I see an industry here. So they got super rich off of that. So he has connections to the funeral industry, so he could just order embalming fluid and no one's gonna bat an eye. So he's like huffing that. Here's him going more crazy. Embalming fluid hallucinations. I don't even know what that can do to you, but I'm assuming that it is not healthy for your brain to be huffing straight formaldehyde 24/7. And my history lesson might have been a little bit inaccurate, because I am tired. I'm so tired. But it's close enough. And then I have, oopsies, this drawing or painting completely separate from all the embalming fluid Julian stuff. This is just like undersea siren girl, pearls. She's pretty, she's naked, you know. Oh yes, here's a finished one. This one's really pretty. I think I finished it at the beginning of last summer. More gouache. I paint like everything with gouache and watercolor. Kind of another like sea creature woman. Oh yes. This is Lacey post mental break. She got kind of crazy after the whole I'm gonna see the secrets of the forest to be able to see in between dimensions thing, and it worked for a little bit, and then she totally cracked and then ran off into the woods. You know. So this is her. I really like this one. It wasn't turning out good, and then it was kind of rushed too, but I was like hopped up on caffeine and I finished the whole thing in like 6 hours. I like chugged a Celsius, and Celsius always makes me feel schizophrenic. Oh, there's my gay flag from when I was 13. Here is another Alice painting, and this is kind of her being trapped by her gayness for Lacey, but they won't do anything about it, so they're just freaking tortured. Low-key giving 8th grade lesbian situationship, except they're not in 8th grade, and they're not. Okay, well, Lacey's not a lesbian. Lacey's bi, Alice is a lesbian. So they're just, like, tortured in love. And also, I had just developed a new crush at the time, so, you know, that's how I felt. Tortured and in love. But anyway, that guy ended up becoming my boyfriend, so he's great. Oh, this painting's cool. I wonder why I never finished it. I should finish it. Oh, this one's nice. I did this one. Not connected to any lore. I just thought it was really pretty. God damn, this video is gonna be long. I thought this one was just, like, really pretty. And I had the idea for it. A lot of my paintings don't necessarily have lore attached, but, the ones that I had to do for my sustained investigation definitely do. I should probably turn this into like a 2-parter thing. Or just not yap as much about them. But, okay. Oh, I have this picture is Lacey's portrait. I don't really like her face that much, but whatever. I'm just gonna speed run. Here is the tree stump. Basically, beyond this tree stump, craziness. Because of this tree stump, that's where all the overlapping realities like center. Because once it was a whole tree, keeping them separate, and then they got chopped down, and then things started getting wild. Ooh, I loved this one. This is Mari. This is her. I hope I don't get, like, age restricted or something for the gore, but she was unalived. I don't know if I could say murdered. She was unalived by her ex-BF and dragged out into the woods, and I already told you that, but this is her ghost wandering through the woods, and this is some of the floating flower creatures that are, like, just in the woods, you know, average, multi-dimensional creatures. Okay, I think that's, like, about it for the finished paintings. I'm pretty sure there's more, but I can't find them. Oh, I have this little one. Oh, yeah. I have this little thing. It was just a quick little painting I did last summer. There's one more sitting over there. I think I'm gonna go grab it. And then there's another one that's one of my favorites. I got no idea where it is. Here's a painting I recently finished like a month ago. And it was just sitting on my chair over there under a bunch of pictures. And I really like it as well. It's just like a vampire girl getting lured to her oh wait, she got married to a vampire dude, and he bit her, and now she's regretting it. That's the lore on that one. One last one. I just found it. This was one of my favorites I'd done. It's really pretty. No lore, just pretty. So I'm pretty sure that's it for like the finished paintings I could find. I'm sure there's some more in there because I know for a fact that I did more paintings. But yeah, that's it. Bye. Oh, wait. Not bye. I hope you enjoyed the lore and also the little history dump. I don't think it was totally correct, but it was mostly correct. I just left a bunch of stuff out. But yeah. Bye.